Hello everyone, Speedy Hedgehog Live here with a new video. Today, this is part 13 of me building a city. In this video, I'm going to be building a news stand and then I'm going to build a gas station. So let's get into it.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make your very own newsstand for all of your city building needs. If you enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me the channel out very, very much. And if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing, clicking that little bell next to the subscription button, and making sure that you have all of the notifications turned on. And if you really want to help me out, try and watch this video all the way to the end. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started. This is the amount of space required to make your newsstand, a 14 by 10 block area as represented by the white concrete grid on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make if you do feel as though it will help you out. Here are all of the materials.
Okay, I've got to grab the materials for the newsstand.
You will need to make your newsstand. Please do make sure that you have access to all those and enough of them as well. So now that we have all of that stuff, we can get started. Step 1, ladies and gentlemen, if you have made your grid, come all the way to the front right hand corner of it and count inwards diagonally 1, 2. We're going to start off by placing 4 green concrete on top of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to extend this row of 4 green concrete backwards by 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we do want to extend the entire row backwards as well, just like that. Then extend the 5th row across by 9. So 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the entire row once again can get extended just like this. Now on the left side here, things are a bit different. We're going to extend the left side forwards an entire row. We're then going to take the bottom, extend forwards by 3. 1, 2, 3, just like this. We're then going to extend to the right by 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Leave a gap of 1, and then place a black concrete. Extend up to 1, 2. Place a red concrete, and then a blue, extending right. Destroy in the ground underneath the red and blue. And then you actually want to dig an extra row backwards as well. Place sea lanterns in the ground where you just destroyed backwards. We want to create a backdrop of quartz, or at the very least white, well, just white in general really, so it doesn't matter whether you use quartz or white concrete, but if you use your upside down smooth quartz stairs and just stack them on top of each other like this, then you'll get the effect that we're looking for. And we want to place upside down quartz stairs on top of the sea lanterns. Flower pots on top of these stairs like this, and then we want to place sea lanterns on top or behind the blue and red concrete, so we kind of want that nice fridge look. Then when it comes to the side of the fridge, we're going to fill this in with light grey concrete later, but you can kind of just place some green concrete just behind where the fridge will be here, just to create a wall, but we'll probably use light grey concrete for the side, and also just down below here too. We'll also just dig this block out as well. So we can place some glass in front of the fridge too, just like this, and if we just make a little space here, we'll be able to place the light grey concrete later. We're going to place green concrete all on top of the fridge area, just like this. So we just want to extend it forwards, and it just wants to sit on top of the black and red and blue, just like so. We want to extend the green concrete one row forward like this to create an L. Then we want to extend a row of smooth quartz slab left like this from the top of the green concrete. And the smooth quartz slab wants to extend all the way left until it is basically even and level with the rest of the stand. Join it to the back of the stand using green concrete, and then we're going to fill the top of this area in using green concrete as well, just like this. If you want to use more pots, then we can place a pot also, which is kind of like back here, just along the side of the stand, just as decoration. But I'm starting to think that now we should probably move on to some new materials. I think that we've gotten everything we can out of those ones. So, light grey concrete, string, white carpet, red carpet, oak trapdoor, polished andesite stairs, bookshelves, spruce trapdoor, spruce wood planks. We're actually going to some of the old ones back too. But first of all, string in front of the smooth quartz slabs like this. Then on top of the string, white carpet, white, red, white, red. If you want to change the colour of that, by the way, feel free to. You might be happy with just one row of like little canopy, or you may want another row of it. It doesn't really matter, it's completely up to you whether you want to add one. You can even extend it over to the right if you like, but I quite like it being a bit separate. Like, I like that one half is, I just like that it's a bit asymmetrical, that's all. Okay. So the spruce wood planks are basically, it's just a box, so we're going to place a couple of spruce wood planks just over here on the left. We're going to use the oak trapdoor as kind of like a, I don't know what to call it really, just kind of like a guard, so that you can just like walk in and out of your stand as you see fit. We're going to place a polished andesite stair just over here on the left as a till. The bookshelves, I mean, you can buy so many different things at one of these stands. So bookshelves are kind of like a good all-rounder block that is just like nice and colourful and varied and mixed. Spruce trapdoors are going to be placed just underneath the top row of bookshelves like this. And now I think that we can use some of these materials again. Okay, so we need black concrete. We need spruce trapdoors, but we also need, say, like item frames, weighted pressure plate, paper, all kinds of books. So book and quill, enchanted books. We need a potion of knife trapdoors, but we also need, say, like item frames, weighted pressure plate, paper, all kinds of books. So book and quill, enchanted books. We need a potion of night vision. All kinds of books, so book, quill, enchanted books. We need a potion of night vision, as silly as that might seem. So over here on the right, the reason for the black concrete is here is just going to be a sign. Now, we do also need another material for this, but we need to delve back into the materials anyway later. But if you place a black concrete and then a couple of spruce trapdoors, kind of like up to meet it and across the top, item frame in between, and then I like to use a fence gate, like in between these, in between the bottom, and it just looks like a sign. And in the sign, you can put like a newspaper as an advertisement, or food, or, you know, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. Over here on the spruce planks, I'm going to place like a weighted pressure plate, and then one on the floor in front of it, and we can even use like a smooth floor slab here, and we can have like an item frame, and we can put like paper in that one. And you can, by the way, if you wanted to, you can do this like all around, like especially like towards the back, like behind the stand. If you want, you can honestly, you can just kind of like pepper the entire area with just like papers and stuff. I mean, you could even do it just in here too, right? So like just stacks of papers, and just so that they're kind of like strewn about the place. Like it just makes sense that they would be everywhere. It's a newsstand. There'd be papers and magazines. Item frames along the front, and I like the idea of having a book and quill, enchanted book. You might think enchanted book is a bit silly to have, but that's completely up to you. If you want, you can occupy these item frames with something different, like you could put food in these. I mean, that sort of looks like a cigarette, and I suppose you'd be able to buy those here as well. But like, I'm going to put a little bit of food in here too. I want an item frame on the fridge, so that's going to be here on the left, or you could even have them, like strewn all about the place. Is that a word? Strewn is probably the word that I was looking for, but I'm only going to have the one. We need a painting and button, so the button I'm thinking is kind of like a door handle, so one can open the door handle. You could even use a fence for this as well if you wanted to. We need a painting and button, so the button I'm thinking is kind of like a door handle, so one can open the door handle. You could even use a fence for this as well if you wanted to, or perhaps like an end rod might be a little bit more satisfactory. A fence would be good because it'd be, but then again, I mean, that kind of looks like a door handle as well. It would be in front of the glass, really, but I mean, you know, we don't necessarily have to. I really didn't want to put one there. So we could have like this, or you could have them side by side, so it's like, or you could have it, you know, like there's so many different ways to decorate this. So I want a little painting just here. I'm specifically looking for the yellow one, that one, because it's nice and colourful. You could even have like one off to the side here as well. We need our light grey concrete.
Go to your Tabby Link with no monthly and no international transaction fees on the CommBank Smart Wallet credit card. Apply today. Time to relax.
And by the way, end rods won't be in the item list because buttons are what I would actually use probably. I don't know if I like that. I'm going to figure that out. But I'm going to place light grey concrete under here and under here, and then probably green concrete behind it. But you can just see that. Well, actually, you can't even see. Can you see that? Can you see? No, you can't see any light grey underneath there. So I guess that was a bit futile. But anyway, that doesn't matter. So that's a good amount of detail added now. We're not missing too much here, but we have a couple of banners to make, a couple more item frames to fill up, and oh, that's silly me. That's what this potion of life is for. There we go. Just advertised drinks. And again, you can place them here, there, and everywhere. You can have things hanging off of places. Like it's completely up to you. But let me get all of the banner making stuff, and then we can continue on. Okay, so we actually need a lot less stuff than I thought we do. Spruce fence gate, smooth stone, loom, white banner, white dye, black dye, bread, and cookies. And if you want to differentiate any of the materials that we have around, then of course you're going to want to grab those too. And it's also worth mentioning that destroy the ground, we're going to have to grab some more pressure plates, but what can you do? Plus, we might even chuck a couple of lanterns along here, and maybe even a couple more papers. We'll see as we progress. But anyway, first of all, spruce fence gate underneath the side here. Then we are going to place. Let's do the banners because they're my least favourite. So let's crack open the loom and let's do our first set of banners. So place a white banner in the loom, all of the black dye, because I don't think that, I guess we will need the white dye. The first letter that we want to make, we're going to write news first, so that's going to be vertical row of black on the left, vertical row of black on the right, diagonal row, top left corner to bottom right corner, N. Then next is going to be E, so that is a horizontal row of black across the top, bottom, middle, and then vertical row on the left. Then the most annoying letter, W. So we want to have the bottom triangle like this. Grab that, chuck the black out, throw the white in. We want to have like the bottom triangle Z, so plural, set of teeth. It sort of looks like a set of gnashers. We then want to throw the white out, put the black back in, and then vertical row of black on the right, vertical row of black on the left, which leaves but one letter for Noons, unless, okay, why didn't want to go in there for some reason. I guess the loop doesn't like S's. So black row across the top, black row across the bottom, diagonal row top left corner to bottom right corner, Noons. But that's not all we want to do. We're going to attempt to make a banner that sort of looks like a newspaper of sorts. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after a lot of experimentation, I think that we've figured it out. So, we're going to start off with a white banner.
Okay, it seems like we're going to have to grab some extra stuff in order to make the banner, the newspaper banner. So I think I'm going to need the brick masoned banner pattern, border endured. Where's brick masoned? Oh, field masoned. I think that could be it. Chop that in there. Yep.
Black dye and the field masoned pattern. And that's what we want to start off with, the kind of like brickwork pattern. Grab that, put that back in, throw the banner pattern out, throw the black dye out, and throw some white dye in there instead. So, we're going to start off with the vertical stripes. Grab that, put that in. Then, you can either go for the cross like this, but I'm thinking it might just be kind of cool just to like put a line through the middle, just to kind of like, just so that it sort of looks like paragraphs, like this. Grab that, put that back in. If you want to give a further appearance of paragraphs, you might want to like take a chunk out the top left corner, or perhaps the top right corner, something like that. We're going to grab that, put that back in, put a border around it, like this. Grab that, put that back in, and finally, just to soften... Now, this is optional. I'm not actually sure which I prefer here, okay? So I don't know whether I want to add a gradient to it, just to kind of soften things a bit, or I don't know whether I want to leave it. So what we can do is we can put one of these up, because I'm quite happy with this, so we can put one of these up like this, and actually, that actually looks quite good without it being softened. I quite like that. So that, yeah, I'm quite happy to just have that there, just hanging there. We could put one of them to the side if we wanted as well. You could do all sorts of things. I mean, I don't know what happens if you put one in here. Oh, you can even use one in there. I didn't realise that. How could I not know that? But yeah, anyway. Whilst we're at it as well, we're going to place bread and cookies in here. It just seems like, whatever you want to use to kind of like fill out the area, you can do that. We should probably place the news banner that we made a long time ago. So here we go. It's a little bit out of order. I guess we have Snoop at the moment. I'm sure that probably means something. But NEWS. So that's basically directly placed above where we have the little fridge area. Honestly, this is the area sort of done. The only thing that I can think of is if you wanted to add like a drinks machine, or if you wanted to add just a cups or lantern, or just little peripheral things like these. Honestly, like these stands are almost like the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin. Like, they have so many different things like crammed into them. Like, you could do all sorts of stuff. Like, you could even like use some heads as well, but because it's all look like toys, so, and maybe like even a bell. Like, again, it's just something that, I mean, you could have. Can we hide it away somewhere? Maybe like there. know, maybe just like hiding on the floor or something, you know. That's why it's kind of like, it's kind of like the Cave of Wonders from Aladdin or something, like they've just got a load of weird random stuff about, at least I found, like you can get all sorts of stuff. But anyway, once you're sufficiently happy with the area, I'm going to recommend that you dig it out and you assimilate it with your sidewalk material, your pavement material, so whatever that may be. So my pavement material is almost always, I mean, it is always smooth stone. So it doesn't quite matter what your particular pavement material may be. I mean, do you like to use cyan terracotta? Whatever it is, regular stone, it doesn't matter. That's the material you want to use. So for me, as I keep mentioning, probably mentioned it 3 times now, I use smooth stone for the pavement. So these are to be placed on the streets. So if you've got like a large area that you're kind of like, what do I even put here? I don't even know. Like, if you just kind of got like a weird part to be placed on the streets. So if you've got like a large area that you're kind of like, what do I even put here? I don't even know. Like, if you just kind of got like a weird gap, one of these would be absolutely perfect. So I don't know how prevalent these are in everywhere else, but like, I mean, in cities and maybe even like towns, busy areas, I mean, these are, you know, you're going to see some of these. So I do just have to replace some of what I'm destroying. So honestly, some of the heads, it might seem like a weird choice to have like heads in certain places. So, you know, feel free not to add them. Maybe even the bell might be a weird choice as well. But what I was trying to get at was that I kind of like having the Steve head there for some reason. What I'm trying to get at is that it's kind of like it's a one-stop shop for like little weird things that you might not expect to find. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've actually fully completed this build now. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is what your new stand will look like once it has been 100% fully completed. I hope that you are as happy with it as I am. I really, really like these. I think that this is an interesting and pretty cool thing to add to your city.
Okay, we've finished the newsstand. Now, for the last build of the video, we are going to make a gas station.
Find your strength in softness with Chic Silk.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a petrol station / gas station, you might call it either depending on where you're from, that you can add to your Minecraft cities or towns. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me and the channel out very, very much. And also, if you do make it all the way to the end, share the video with a friend. Sharing is caring. Without any further ado, let's get started. So before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you that these are all of the materials that you will be needing, including the amounts of those materials that you will need to make the petrol station. Make sure that you have access to every single one of those. And not only that, to make the petrol station, you will need a 23 block by a 29 block area on the ground to make it. So please make sure that you have enough room as well. Pause the video if necessary, make sure that everything is in order, And once you have got everything sorted out, we can begin. So to begin, if you have made this grid in your world, you want to start on the front left-hand corner of it. Count to the right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then inwards by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That way, we're both starting in the same place. On top of this block, place 5 white concrete. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Then, leaving a gap of 7 going right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the gap of 7. So on the 8th block, you also want to place a row of 5 white concrete.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do make sure, check again, that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows in between these blocks. Well, once you have done that, we want to place yellow concrete on top of each one of the rows of white. You can join those rows of yellow together. We want to extend those rows of yellow left and right by 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. We want to place 3 rows of yellow in front. 1, 2, 3. And behind. 1, 2, 3. Like that.
There we go. Looks very tiny. But yeah, that's the undercover bit for the petrol station. I'm going to call it a petrol station because in Australia we call it a petrol station. Well, I don't know if they call it a petrol station in Australia, but I think they call it a petrol station in the UK because I'm from the UK and I'm living in Australia because I'm a citizen of Australia now because we did a citizenship test. And yeah, I don't know why I rambled on that, but let's build it.
Go to your
Oh god. I just went onto a random video. I'm gonna have to go back to the video I was watching. There we go.
We then want to place blue concrete all the way around the yellow concrete. Like that. Place red concrete underneath the blue. Once you've done that, we at the very least want to place quartz slab on top of the blue concrete. Now, it may not be necessary for you to place quartz slab completely filling in the top. You see, from the sides, it looks quite good anyway. It's only as you start to get higher that you can see the yellow. But I kind of like that myself anyway, so you may fill that in if you choose, but if not, kind of stick with me and just leave it a little bit empty. Once that has been complete, I want you to grab stone slabs. And I want you to dig around the base of each one of the white concrete posts. Fill them in using stone slabs, like this. And dig 2 blocks left towards the back and 2 blocks right towards the front to give you this shape, which then further wants to be filled in using stone slabs. And not only do we want to do this to one side, of course, I'm sure that you guys gathered, but we want to do this to the other side as well. So if you just begin by placing a row of stone slabs around the white concrete, and if you destroy extra blocks in the process, don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, as we will be reflooring this area. And then 2 rows come in towards the back, 2 rows come in towards the front like this. Like that. Now, once that has been complete, we might as well place the extra stone slabs, actually. So, on the front of the building, we want to leave a gap of 2 between the horizontal width of the 2 rows of stone slabs. We want to leave a gap of 2 in the ground, so 1, 2. And then we want to fill the last 3 rows, spanning the entire width from one area to the other. And it's kind of difficult to explain, but you can kind of see what I'm on about. These last 3 rows out in front of the petrol station want to be stone slabs. So you leave a gap of 2, and then you have 3 rows of stone slabs that go from the...
Now, on this video, he did 3 rows, but since I normally have a 2-block path in my cities, I'm going to keep it as a 2-block path, because having a 3-block I cannot talk. If I have a 3, oh my god, sorry. If I have a 3-block path next to a 2-row path, then it would look a little bit strange, so I decided to just keep it 2 rows. Because, yeah, you may think I made a mistake, but no, I did that for the design. So, anyway, just clearing that up.
Left side of the stone slabs that we placed all the way to the right side, like that. Again, kind of difficult way to describe it, but I'm sure that you guys will be able to manage that no problem. Last little bit of stone slabs that we're going to be doing. On the ends of the row of stone slabs that you just placed, you want to leave a gap of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then destroy the last 2 blocks, and then destroy inwards by 2. So you want to have an area of 2 by 3 in these positions here on the left, and on the right as well. These last 2 blocks you want to leave a gap of 4, and that is going to be a little bit of pavement that you are easily going to be able to slip into your cities. There we are. So now that that has been done, we are going to add a bit of detail to the pumping areas, because of course that's what an entire petrol station, that's the entire point of the thing. So, you have to do this to both sides, and I want you to face the blocks in a particular way. The blocks that we are placing are going to be facing towards the left. Left and right of the white concrete row, we are going to have cauldrons. Left and right of the cauldrons, we're going to have grey concrete. We're going to have quartz stairs on top of those concretes, and then we are going to grab the yellow concrete, and we are going to place yellow concretes here towards the top of the rows of white concrete, leaving a gap of 1, 2 yellow concretes here, here, and yellow concrete here and here. And we want to place quartz slab underneath those yellow concretes, like this. And we're just going to quickly dump the white concrete. We won't need the red and the blue for a little bit. Certainly won't need these stone slabs. And we will, however, need some levers and rods, iron trapdoors, signs, and we'll need buttons, item frames, all sorts.
Lever. Yeah. Alright. Lever, and then we're gonna need a oak sign. Guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Part 14 will be coming, part 14 will be coming after I've done with my shower. Don't worry, I won't fully end the video. Anyway, hang on, there is pausing the live stream. You know what, guys? I'm not going to end the video. I'm going to pause the live stream so that way I can go have my shower. So please stand by as I pause the live stream. So I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Let's continue on.
Stuff. So I want you to place iron trapdoors above the cauldrons. Those are bins often found at petrol stations. I want you to place a solid block, doesn't matter what it is, next to the grey concrete with an end rod pointing upwards on top. Destroy said solid block and then replace it with levers that are connected to the end rods like that. I think that actually kind of looks like, you know, the nozzle and the pump that you would use to fill your car. We're going to place signs on the yellow concrete blocks that we placed earlier. Ideally, these would be labelled like petrol, diesel, and they would have the price of each in the actual signs, but I'm a little bit lazy. I'm going to quickly swap out the iron trapdoors, yellow concrete and quartz slab for item frame, white stained glass paint and buttons, and I'm going to place a button here, item frame above, white stained glass paint in there, and that is basically, you know, that screen that tells you how much you've spent. There's a screen that tells you how much you've spent. That's what that is. And there's a button just to, you know, just to kind of like confirm things a little bit. And that is one side done. Now, if we swap over to the other side here, we're going to do the same, and we want to have everything facing the same way. So, cauldrons, left and right of the white concrete at the bottom, grey concrete, left and right of the cauldrons, quartz stairs on top of the grey concrete. We're going to have a button in front of the white concrete in line with the stairs, item frame above it with a white stained glass paint inside, solid block left and right of the grey.
Do you have a friend that just got a new keyboard and has absolutely no idea how to play it?
Concrete with an end rod poking upwards. Destroy the below the end rods and place levers connecting like this. And then we kind of have to get rid of a couple of things. So I'm going to get rid of the first 4 items. I'm just going to grab iron trapdoor, yellow concrete, quartz slab. And I want to have 2 yellow concretes coming outwards from this white concrete block. Quartz slab underneath. And I'm going to have signs in front of all of the yellow concretes. Now, if you aren't lazy, I would highly suggest like you'd write like petrol here, and then the amount that it would cost. And then like diesel here, the amount that it would cost. So you've got 2 different fuels, and you've got the amounts that would actually be needed to pay. And the last thing that we have to do is we just have to place iron trapdoors above the 2 bins. And that is both of what I would call the pumping stations complete. Whilst we are out here, I want you to grab the orange concrete and the white carpet. So, in line with where the actual nozzles are, judging the stone path, I want you to place orange concrete with white carpet on top. Those are basically bollards as such that no one can actually drive straight into the petrol pumping area. Now, coming towards the front, or towards the back, I should say, of the petrol area, we're going to dump these materials here, and we're going to grab some cyan terracotta itself, yellow concrete, a bit of red, some quartz slab. We need a door as well. I'm going to grab the white stained glass paint, and I also want to grab some oak fence. I don't think we need too much more at this moment in time. We want to dig out a gap of 4 between the width of the pumps. Now again, it's the width between the pumps here, so a gap of 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Dig out another row in the ground. So this is the 5th row away from the pumps. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th row. Fill it in using terracotta itself, like that. This is where we are going to be placing the building itself. So we want to, on the left block all the way over here, place 4 terracotta coming up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 9 red going right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Terracotta connects down. Easy as that. Underneath the red, place a row of yellow. On the left side, we are going to want to have a door. The door is 1 block away from this side. And ideally, we would also have some glass as well. But next to the door, you could even place a different block. So you could even place like a white concrete, which works equally as well. It kind of keeps the colour scheme and, you know, it highlights where the door is. So perfectly fine. Place terracotta right of the door, and then white stained glass paint going all the way in between the floor and the top of the building. We want to place, so where we have red concrete on the front of the build, we also want it on the sides and the back. So coming backwards from these terracotta, place 5 red concrete.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then a terracotta. Do the same on the opposite side. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terracotta. And we're going to place red concrete in between those terracottas like this. Connect the terracottas down to the ground. That's a bit silly. There we are. And then we want to place yellow concrete underneath the red concrete. Every side. And then you want to connect the yellow concrete down to the ground. If you find that you want the gas station to have more windows, then feel free to add more windows. I always say that. I don't really want loads and loads of windows in here. It's already kind of cramped on the inside anyway. Don't want to add any more windows. Plus, you know, it's got a load of windows on the front. Then, the top of the build is going to be building using quartz slabs. So, add a layer of quartz slabs going all the way around the top, as you would expect, and then quartz slabs filling in the top itself. Now, it's not the same sort of thing where we just filled in that area, you know, we kind of just place it around the side. The top of this actually has to be filled in because it's an actual building. Now, once you have done that, we have quite a lot of the gas station made, but there are a couple more things that we are going to be doing. So, for instance, on the left side of the building, oftentimes you'll find around the gas stations for some reason kind of like a little overhang where you can kind of park your car underneath and you're not going to get wet as soon as you get out of it. So, coming out of the left side of here, I want you to have a row of quartz slab coming out from the lower red concrete. And you have to have 5 rows, so that'd be 1 row, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the corners and extend them down by 2, using fence. 1, 2, 1, 2. Up, 2, there we go. Place a row of terracotta underneath the fence connecting to it. Okay, so the deal is we want to extend this terracotta all the way forwards. It's going to go all the way forwards and connect to the stone slab path. But we also want to take this terracotta here and we want to extend it backwards by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then across. And we want to connect it in the same place. So it wants to connect all the way to the stone slab path that we have on the front of the build. Place, we don't have it at the moment, dump all this material. By the way, for the next part we're going to need like cyan terracotta and leaves. We're going to place leaves all the way around the outside of the wall. Not necessary, but I kind of like it. I like a little bit of greenery around the wall. There we are. And the next thing, this is quite a grueling task. Everywhere else inside the petrol station, all of this grass is going to be dug out and replaced with cyan terracotta. Ladies and gentlemen, there really isn't a substitute for this. It is going to take a while, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to speed this up as I do it. I might even cut this out, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be an unnecessary part of the tutorial that I don't think anyone needs to see. Going to dig out the grass, going to replace it with cyan terracotta, and believe it or not, after we've done that, it'll actually be done. So this is what your petrol station will look like once it's been 100% fully completed.
I'm going to dig out all of this and replace it with cyan terracotta. Normally I would do grey concrete, but contrast. I want to use different road materials. I don't always want to use grey concrete. I want to use like cyan terracotta, like concrete powder and stuff like that. Whatever material they're using, or TSMC is using, I will use it as long as it is like nice to use. So okay, shouldn't take too long, honestly. Take a long time, huh? No, that didn't take long at all. Filling in is gonna take a little bit, because there is a little bit to fill in. So I gotta fill in this part here with cyan terracotta. Then I gotta fill in this part here. The part where you can actually, in front of the store or the building. I will add an interior to it in this video. So yeah, I also figured out that instead of ending the video, whether I need to go for a shower, I can just pause the live stream, but it is going to drag on for a bit too long, but I don't really mind, to be honest. So got this part to fill in now. Now this side. Got to fill in between these bollards. Then fill in between this road part, in between the gas pumps. There we go. That doesn't look too bad, honestly.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I have just resurfaced the grassy area using cyan terracotta. Now, this isn't exactly where the tutorial may end for you, as I am going to show you a couple of things that you can do to your petrol station just to spruce it up a little bit. However, it's not going to be block for block. I'm just going to kind of show you what is... I'm just going to show you what it could look like if you wanted to. So, the first thing that you might want to do is you might want to decorate the inside of the...
Okay, I'm going to make the interior. The interior floor uses a little bit of materials. Different materials, so I'm going to grab these. And I'm going to dig out the floor. Thankfully there isn't too much to dig out. There we go. Gonna surround the floor using oak planks. Then I'm going to add white concrete, then red concrete in between to make it look like this. Reminds me of a Nintendo Switch. Okay, I'm gonna add some lights into the ceiling. Okay, is that? Okay, now gotta add some lighting. Gap of 1, a circle, then a sea lantern in here. Should provide us some light.
Petrol station shop. Oftentimes at gas stations, you know, it's kind of like a little mini convenience.
Okay, I'm gonna make the desk. Doesn't use too much materials, so I know what the materials are, I just need to grab them. We need some torches, and then we need some oak trapdoors. 1, 2, and then I'm going to join that down. I'm going to make a little desk here. Add a painting on the wall. There's the specific one I want. Where is it? Yeah, that's the one. Got it on our first try. No way. Then I want to place a torch there. I don't know why.
And here's a couple of things that you might want to add. It's a very small area, so I didn't think I'd include it in the tutorial. And you might also have different ideas yourselves. But here's a little bit of inspiration. You know, we have a till here on the left.
Okay, I'm gonna make a coffee machine. So I need some cocoa beans. Where are the cocoa beans? Where are the cocoa? There we go. I found the cocoa beans. Okay, I'm gonna need some quartz stair. There we go. Do I need a quartz slab? Yes, I do. Flower pot. Yes, we do. Okay, I think that's all we need. Actually, no, I'm wrong. We need a brewing stand and some oak planks. 2 upside down quartz stair. item frame, cocoa beans, quartz slab, and a flower pot. I'm gonna place a oak plank with a brewing stand on it.
That should hopefully be very easy to pick up if you do actually want to make that yourself. We have a coffee machine, that's very simple. We've got some cocoa beans on the side of an item frame. We have a cup ready just in case you actually want to, you know, have a cup of coffee or whatever. It's just a small little simple coffee machine. Brewing stand next to it that kind of like reiterates the point that it's an actual coffee machine. Over here in the corner we have kind of like a little fridge area if you want to grab a...
Okay, I'm gonna make a fridge. I know what materials it uses, so that's not gonna be too hard. Need some quartz slab, and then I'm going to need some item frames and some food to put in there. Why do we put an apple and a carrot? Since I got this part of it built up, I'm gonna place a iron door. And then I'm gonna come inside. I just got myself locked in. Oh no. Help me. I'm gonna place an apple and a carrot in here. Now I have to destroy the door and re-put it back on. Because I got myself stuck in the fridge.
A quick little snack, very healthy, carrots and apple. I definitely wouldn't be buying any of those myself. So, you know, a very simple interior for the petrol station. I'm sure that you could do better if you liked. And of course, if you would like to decorate it a little bit more, this is the second thing that I can recommend, is actually add some cars, if you liked. And of course...
Okay, this is a bit optional, but I'm gonna make a car. Now, I'm going to make it. So, how am I going to make it? I'm going to make it look like this, because that's normal cars I usually design. It's not going to look like it's going to have an interior, it's just going to be a normal car. So, I know what materials I'm going to need, so... What am I going to need? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What do I need? Okay. I'm gonna use wool. Magenta wool. White wool. I'm gonna need some white glass pane. Magenta... No, we don't need concrete powder. We need magenta carpet and white carpet. Okay, do we need that? Yeah, okay. Let's start by making the car, so I'm gonna place some... Wait, no, it's magenta wool in front of here. Hang on, I need to have a look at Minecraft car. Minecraft. Because I am confused. Okay. Figured it out. Magenta, here. Oh, look. There we go. My version. Bam. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna need to place... Bam, 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 bam. What's happening? I'm gonna make a... Okay, I'm gonna need this. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, hang on. There we go, that makes it a little bit more clean. Okay, I'm gonna need some item frame, actually a glow item frame. I'm gonna need sea lantern. Then I'm gonna go back, item frame. Then I'm gonna make a little boot. There we go, just to signify it's a boot. And yeah, it's my car. Very simple.
If you would like to decorate it a little bit more, this is the second thing that I can recommend, is actually add some cars to your petrol station. Where you're going to find at cars, you can find like cars, motorcycles, trucks, that sort of thing. So you can absolutely decorate it if you like. I'm kind of giving you a nice little 360 around this car right here. I know that it's kind of obstructed. I do have car tutorials on the channel, by the way, so if you do want to learn how to make a couple of cars, maybe even a bike, I'll leave a couple of suggestions in the card system and the description below, just in case you do actually want to make these for yourself. And if you do that, I think it will improve your petrol station quite a bit, but it's completely up to you whether you want to add it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really does help me and the channel out very, very much.
Alright guys, I've finished my 2 builds. So, normally I would end the video because of integration into my city, but since I've already integrated my news stand into my city, why not we integrate the petrol station, since it doesn't really take long to do. And once I've got this part filled in, we're finished. And yeah, well guys, I'm gonna end the video here now, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe, turn on notifications bell so you don't miss a video or live stream from me. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.